Hello, Coffee Time friends. How y'all doing? It is coffee time. It's Friday night. It's light supper kind of deal tonight. We have made some chili right here. All this was ground chuck. I put 6 ounces of coffee in here and let it boil down. Chopped it up fine. Put a little onion in it. Put a little bit of this chili powder tonight. Didn't have next thing. And salt, pepper, and y'all Southern Secret. That was it. So I wanted to go ahead and get that done. These weenies, these are 2 brats, and these are 2 of the just regular weenies. Just stuck them in here to let them fry up in there with that. Mama's garden, and I'm down here cutting up a little onion and a little tomato, and that's all we're having. Maybe chips or something. I don't know, Mama. You gonna have chips or?
No, I don't think I will.
She says she ain't doing chips either. Gonna cut those out. So this is gonna be on an old-fashioned hot dog bun. Have y'all ever seen an old-fashioned hot dog bun? You'll find them in loaves like this. That's what ours is on tonight. We like it that way, but we are fresh out of buns. Getting to take advantage of another one of these beautiful Roma tomatoes that have been so good from the store. They have been delicious. Don't know where they come from. Don't know if they came from a greenhouse. You know, there is a difference between a greenhouse tomato and what they call a hothouse tomato. The farmer or somebody, we have one here in our local community. But a hothouse is where they use gas or something else to ripen them. So, but a greenhouse just gives you they capture the sun at its finest and use it because of the plastic and the ventilation and the heaters and stuff, they keep warmer, the plants thrive earlier. So these must have come from a greenhouse, I'm going to say, because they are absolutely delicious. They're not like a winter tomato. Going to just chop them up so we can put them on our open face. Oh, that's another thing. We eat them open face. Some people say, that's not a real hot dog, like some people tried to tell me the other night that I wasn't making tacos. I may not know everything, but I know when I'm eating a taco, or what I'm calling one.
It's taco flavored.
And exactly right. Alright, so this is simple. This is a plate. This is fine china. It's a fine china kind of meal. I would feel bad not using the fine china for this kind of thing because it's so good. Mama, let me just slide this right up here. And we're going to slide you right in there where you belong. And I'm going to get napkins. Just like this. Thank you, thank you. Now, how on earth are we going to do this? So I'm going to show you this right now. Mama's going to show you. So those are jumbo wieners there. Bless you, Mama. And this is a brats right here. That's a brats, kind of like the smoked sausages. So I couldn't decide what we wanted. And I thought, well, I'll just fix a couple of each. Because the way we eat them, it don't really matter. I'm going to slice this one up. Just like this. You want brats, Mama?
No, I'll put about this one.
So I'm just going to put a few pieces of this brats worth on here. Just like this. And then I'm going to get a jumbo regular wiener. These are just regular old Oscar Mayers. And I'm going to spice him up. You want this kind, Mama?
Yeah.
Slice him up. How do y'all do yours? I'm sure people saying, that's not the way you do it, John. And I'm going to say, it's exactly the way we do it. We like it, don't we, Mama?
Yeah.
Your kids probably want something similar to this. You don't want a piece of brats?
No, that's not.
Alright, I'll take a piece of this. I'll get the end caps. You hate them, don't you?
I eat them, but they're not the favorite.
They're not the favorite, are they? See, I like them. That's a brat. There we go. All cut. Now, Mama, if you'll do the honors. Putting the magic sauce on top of the chili. Yum. Look at that, folks. Look at that.
You want more?
No, no. Heavens. You did good, man. You did real good. Now, because it's hot and ready to go, I'm going to put a sprinkle of this 4 cheese on here. You want cheese, Mom?
Yeah, just a little.
Do what?
I'm trying to get that off around that ring or something.
Okay. Now, you could add chips to this. You could add any kind of goodie you want to it. But I'm adding to my onion. Just like that. You want some onion? No?
No.
And I'm going to add tomato. You want tomato?
Just a little bit, not much.
Well, how much is a little?
That's enough.
You sure? And, of course, just some plain old French's yellow mustard. Now, I may use Dijon sometime and sometime other things, but for a good old hot dog, I want just a little bit of yellow French's. Did you get you something to drink?
I had this opened earlier.
You feeling all right?
Just got a little tired.
Mama's been down at the barn milling around. I told her, I said, you need to ride the truck down there. She said, I just got the exercise in. She come back, she said, I'm all right. I said, you should have drove the truck to go down there and nose around. Mama, let's bless this. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this meal. We thank you, Lord, for nourishing our bodies with it. We thank you most of all that we can sit here together and partake it, Lord. Lord, we just pray for each and every person who's joined us tonight. We just pray for their needs and the prayer requests, spoken and unspoken, dear Lord. And we just pray that you'll lead and guide and direct us and just be with this world, dear Lord, as we try to get through each day. In your name we pray. Amen. All right, Mom. It's dinner time. Now, folks, that's better than downtown. That's something you'd have to go to a specialty place to get. It's an open face hot dog on an old-fashioned bun, a.k.a. light bread. We'd sometimes choose light bread over a bun, but this time we don't have any. But we always are happy to get a piece of light bread for a hot dog, can't we, Mom?
Yeah.
Or a hamburger. I like them sometimes.
I eat them. Used to growing up more than I did the bun.
The weenies are fixed good.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think with the chili?
That's good.
It is, ain't it? For me to have made it. Now, how did I make the chili? I simply put my ground chuck in there first, let it start. I poured about, I didn't measure it exactly, but it was about an 8-ounce coffee cup of coffee. And it just moistened it good. I don't use water. Chopped it up good. When that kind of boiled out of it, I throw my onions in there. Let them cook good. I put my seasoning in there, which was McCormick's chili powder tonight, and y'all's Southern Secret, and salt and pepper. And that was it. And let it fry done. When it got done and all the coffee had boiled out, I laid those 4 Franks in there. And that was it. Absolutely easy, but yet good. We planned an easy supper tonight, didn't we?
Yeah, I was ready for it.
We love hamburgers and hot dogs and pizza. It ain't all about the meat and 3 for us. But we like everything else, we like it in stages. Like hot dogs now, we probably won't do hot dogs again for a spell. But hamburgers, we may do those once a week for a couple of weeks. Then we may not do one for a long time. It just depends on what hits us on it, Mama.
That's right, what we're in the mood for.
And what we got to do.
That determines a lot.
Sometimes you just don't have time.
You do what you've got on hand too.
Exactly. Speaking of doing, what have you done today, Mama?
Nothing. Laundry.
Has it rained and carried on here?
It was this morning, but it's looked real rainy off and on. It looked like it's going to start pouring down after just a few minutes.
I know. Right now it looks pretty rainy up there.
Yeah.
What do you think about that thunder this morning?
Oh, one of them thunders lasts forever. I didn't think
It
this
sounded
ever-
like if you were in the basement of a bowling alley, and somebody rolled the ball and it was just.
I just went and went.
It thundered so long, I about decided that's a helicopter or something. And then at the end, it just got really loud, and it was just boom, and it ended. But it was a rolling thunder, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be bad. If that was the way it's going to be, I thought it's going to be really, really bad.
Mm-hmm. It definitely wasn't just a clap of thunder.
Oh, no.
It had attitude.
That lightning strike lasted forever, too.
I don't even recognize, remember that. Did it strike?
Oh, it, in the sky, it laid it up.
Oh, I didn't see I wasn't where I could see the light. Mama, maybe I should buy a truck and put you out downtown making open-faced hot dogs in a food truck.
I don't think so. I'm retarded, remember that.
I know, Mama, but we discussed them high prices. Now, we wouldn't charge you $15 for a piece of light bread, a weenie, and a little bit of chili.
You may have to if meat gets any higher.
Mama would charge you that. Mama would have the paper out and say, "You see how high meat is? They didn't give this to me. And you're going to have to pay $12 for that open-faced hot dog."
We used to give them for, what was
I think it was a quarter.
Quarter for hot
Mhm.
dogs.
50 cents for a chili dog.
Never could understand that. Where you got more chili. But I used to get chili dogs instead of hot dogs.
Y'all know, you surely do, but you would be surprised at the people that don't know how to order. Like if you're having hot dogs with chili at church or somewhere, people will come up and they'll order the craziest things. They will look you right in the eye and tell you, "I want a chili dog, but I don't want the weenie on it." "Do you want a chili bun?" "Well, I want
A chili dog.
it like a hot dog with chili, but just leave the weenie on." That's a chili bun. You'll have people come up and say, "Give me 3 chili buns." You'll fix them, and they'll say, "You didn't put my hot dog on there." "Well, that's a hot dog with chili. You said chili buns." You think, well, everybody knows how to order. They don't. Am I lying? I'm not lying.
We used to have a restaurant in town. She was famous, older lady. She was famous for her hot dogs and chili buns.
We had a pool hall that was too.
Mm-hmm.
We've had several establishments that made their name on hot dog chili. They all have a secret to them. Some little secret that they do to it. We don't really have a secret for ours, but ours is pretty good. Pretty good. Sometimes people get secrets out about recipes. I know from experience, working in restaurants and stuff, people would claim they knew the secret to what we fixed. And they would tell me, and I'm like, "That's not even an ingredient in what we use. That's not even in there." But they would tell me, "I figured out your secret." Been told that more than once. And it's been wrong more than once. What are y'all eating tonight? Let's see who's talking. Let's come down here. Y'all come downstairs. Is that chili or just ground meat? Come back here. Or just ground meat. It looks delicious. I have always preferred light bread over bun. Yes, it's a difference. That is ground chuck with chili powder in it. It's right here tonight. And coffee. And I just cooked it till it was done and put onions in it. And let them soften. And put a little y'all's Southern Secret in it, which is onion powder and garlic powder. With a lemony bite. So good. Brings out everything, don't it, Mama?
Yeah.
You're not eating much, Mama.
I am too. I'm getting the hiccups for some reason.
You're getting the hiccups.
Yeah, or something.
Do you want me to scare you?
No, I don't want scared.
You don't. Mm-mm-mm.
Well,
Doesn't I get rid of them?
I hope I ain't growing more.
Well, you could grow an inch or two.
No, I could get taller.
Well, that's how you grow in it with hiccups.
No, I think you go like this. Get wild.
Mama always thought you got taller. Did you ever measure yourself as a child? We would measure ourselves when we were 4 or 5 foot tall. Time we got that measure against the wall and held our hand up there and turned around and we'd say,
And put it at an angle.
we'd have it all in a mess and we'd think it was really tall. We wasn't that tall. We wasn't that tall at all. But we used to measure all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I remember at Mama and Papa's, there was a doorway with lines on it from how much we grew.
Oh, yeah. You've been taller than me for a long, long time, ever since you was little.
I've always been tall. And I always thought I had to stand on the back row for pictures because always in school, that's where they put me. So we was at the park, we was having a family picture, and I thought, I've got to get on the back row. But I was shorter than that because I was a kid. Went in kindergarten, first, second, third. I thought I had to stand on the back because they said, John, you get on the back. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then when I got over, I thought I was always supposed to be on the back. So that's where I would go to, and they would say, you get up here with the kids. I was confused. I didn't know where I was supposed to stand for pictures for the longest, so I figured out, oh, they're doing it by height.
If there's adults, you got it front, or if there
I know
wasn't
that now,
adults,
Mama.
you got in the back.
But I was embarrassed for years because I didn't know where to stand. Didn't know which place was mine. When all the grandkids would get together for pictures,
You was in the back.
I was in the back.
You was tall. You're still tall.
I'm still the tallest one, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
If we take a picture now, I know where I gotta go. I also like chili and slaw dogs. We did too one day. I like them. I ain't a big slaw dog gal, but I like kraut on it and I like slaw both. Both of those are my go-tos. Oh, I've gotta have coleslaw on my hot dogs. They're good, Kathy. I wasn't making coleslaw tonight though. It would have completely destroyed the quick and easy part of my supper. So surprised to see you drinking a Coke. Makes me want one. Michelle, I guess I've not drank a lot of Cokes on here.
You don't drink them.
But to be honest with you, there's 2 reasons I'm drinking this Coke. One reason, which was the only reason, is it looks a good set there. I went ahead and opened it. I brought this Coke in here originally to add to my chili. Because we always put a Coke in our hot dog chili at the end. If there is a secret ingredient, that is ours, and it gives it a sweet, but it also gives it another flavor. Well, I got carried away, and I didn't put it in there tonight. And then I already had my weenies in there, and I wasn't going to put Coke in. So it was just sitting here. I had my coffee all ready to go. But it was just sitting up there, and Mama had hers, and I thought, I'm going to drink that Coke. It's Friday night. What do I care? So I probably would not have chosen it. So that's the reason you probably haven't ever seen me, well, very few times. Sometimes with a hamburger I will, or a hot dog, or pizza.
I'm the Coke drinker. He don't drink them. He never has. When he was little, he could have any of them he wanted, but he drank milk, Kool-Aid, juice, water.
Yeah.
He never did drink.
I'm a water drinker.
He never did drink many Cokes.
And to be honest with you, I'm not a big meal drinker. Like a lot of times I'll have a glass of tea. I might take a sip of it while I'm eating. But 9 times out of 10, I'll wait till I'm through eating and then drink whatever beverage I have. Is that crazy? A little bit. But with this hot dog, I thought it needed a Coke. But if I'd remembered, over half of that would have been gone because I'd have poured it over top of my chili.
I was wondering why it was sitting there not open.
Because I was going to pour it over that chili, I forgot.
I thought, well, he's really wanting a pop if he's drinking one tonight.
No. But it's Friday. Now, I may not have done that last night. I might have thought, I never will go to sleep tonight. I know it's crazy even before I say it, but drinking a pop sometimes keeps me awake. But I can go to bed with a cup of coffee and it don't seem to bother me.
I used to drink Coke and take one to bed with me. It never did bother me. But now, I don't use, this is late for me to drink this. This ain't a caffeine-free one.
Yeah.
But I had it earlier and had it open and I didn't want to waste it, so.
Can anybody explain to me why
Different caffeine.
I can drink caffeinated coffee and go right to bed? But
Your body's
Coke,
immune to coffee, though.
but a Coke will keep me awake. Or is that just coincidental?
And tea will keep you awake sometimes.
Tea will keep me awake. Anything but coffee. But now, coffee I think sometimes will keep me awake. But I will take it to bed with me. I was trying to cut off early and all that. Now, as long as there's a pot. There's coffee. Now, like when the coffee runs out, I don't make more. But if there's coffee over there when I get ready to go to bed, I'll top it off and go on to bed with it. But I'll drink 3 or 4 quarts of water a day.
All that I know for sure you do.
And I try to drink more.
You're drinking an awful lot.
Mama, you're not eating much. Was that not good?
Yeah, it's really.
You may heat it up.
No, I'm cool. I'm pretty away.
You're not eating half of it.
Well, I've got food.
What time did you eat today? Excuse me while I do a medical evaluation.
It's about 2.
It's real. What time?
About 2, I guess. I don't know.
So you ate what at 2?
You know, my steak I had last night,
Uh-huh.
I ate part of it on a piece of bread.
Oh, okay. So you had some
I had
protein.
protein earlier, yeah.
And that probably means that you say about 2 is probably about 3.
No, it's around 2 something, I think.
2 o'clock.
Yeah, I don't eat a whole lot at one time.
So that's about normal for Mama. If she eats around 2 to 3, then she's not hungry at 6. And so she's ate quite a bit for to have eaten.
I dug my weenie
At
out
2.
under there.
She's eaten almost a whole weenie and quite a bit of chili.
Mm-hmm.
And she got some protein, and that stays with her longer. But she's sugary or something at lunch, I know. And sometimes she says, I'm about to starve to death. And I said, because you ate some carbs at lunch and you didn't eat protein with it. I usually nail it pretty good, don't I, Mama?
Oh, yeah, you've got it down pat.
Mama, you look like you're in the other room.
No, I'm not. I'm right here. Lord, my hair looks awful.
Which one?
All of them.
They look good.
This my gray is shining.
I don't see any gray. Do you have gray?
Sure.
Is that not natural, Mama?
Yeah. I'm a natural blonde. Always have been. Always will be, I guess. I always wanted dark hair when I was little.
John's words are not with his mouth moving.
Oh,
Patricia, I did that on purpose. I'm trying.
Oh, you don't do that on purpose.
Patricia, I'm trying to be a ventriloquist. So
It's here. It's with it here.
It's with it here, Mama said. See, like, let's pretend Mama's my puppet.
Oh, no, you're not making me a puppet.
See, look, she looks like a little puppet. And I could go, hello, Mama. How are you? Patricia does that sometimes. Sometimes my video looks the same way. And I'm like, how did that happen? It was fine when I was videoed. I don't have the answers. Patricia, I'm not even techno savvy enough to edit. So don't expect me to know the workings of the wild world web. World Wide Web. Because I don't know how it works. I don't know what the problem is.
We need to learn how to edit.
Oh, Mama, I think we're beyond it.
So we can cut out some of these bloopers.
Will the onions in the chili bother Mama? I personally can handle cooked onions much better than raw. You notice she didn't do any raw, but the cooked ones she's pretty well with. Okay. I didn't put any at all in there. I didn't even put a half a slice worth in it. I never put a lot, and I sliced them thin, and I sliced it in half, and I chopped the rest and put them over there. So a half a slice of onion chopped thin shouldn't bother her, but would give her the flavor. Same with dehydrated onions. We can put dehydrated onions, and it don't seem to bother her. But now, we was talking to Mama's doctor the other day. We have tried for 2 years to figure out Mama's stomach. What causes her to irritate her stomach? There is no reason. There's nothing we can pinpoint and say, this is what it is. Spicy chili? No. Tacos?
Sometimes it does,
no.
sometimes it don't. Now the taco didn't bother me a bit.
Water? Yeah. Yeah. Bothers her. Sometimes. Sometimes not.
Potatoes, sometimes they do, sometimes
Potatoes, plain, bland potatoes with butter and cream. Yeah. Sometimes not. There's no rhyme or reason for it. In fact, like you would think, vegetable soup with the ingredients in it and all the vegetables, that would hurt up. Nope, don't bother. Now, hamburger steak might tear her up and nothing really on it.
I said I could look at a cracker and get it.
I think the doctor said it could be medicine. It could be a combination that we would never figure out because it's constantly changing. Like it could be the way she takes her medicine, a certain type of food she eats, or one spice that throws her in. Some things she'll say, I'm going to eat this anyway. It'll probably tear me up, but I'm going to eat it. She will not have one problem with it. Other things, she's like, oh, I'll be all right with that.
Oh,
And that's the day she's up all night. It makes no sense. Some of y'all are out there probably going, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about, Mama, because I have the same problem. So the doctor assured us that there's really nothing we can do except, treat it, and she's giving her medicine that treats it. But it's just a crazy. You would like to be able to figure it out so you could avoid something.
But I've always been easy upset stomach. I said used to. I'd say I look at a dry cracker and get heartburn and sick in my stomach or something.
I think sometimes it's the acid level in her stomach. I think sometimes it's maybe her mental condition, like if she's upset over something or just thinking about something or tore up. Or sometimes it's just simply something she ate, maybe something she ate yesterday that affects something she ate today and causes. But we tried and tried and tried. So now we just try to minimize things that we kind of pinpointed, but it's hard to anymore.
Yeah, can't do it.
I have a theory, and we've never tested it.
No, I know what you're going to say.
There's two theories I have. One theory is caffeine. I think caffeine may irritate her stomach. Second theory is the sugar substitute in the diet pumps. I think those two things sometimes in a combination, because that's the only thing we've never taken away from her, or she's never not had for any extended period of time to see. Do I get sick when I don't do this? I'm thinking it's the sodas sometimes.
I drink caffeine free a lot though.
She does drink caffeine free, and in those days sometimes seems like it is better for her. And she'll lay off coffee a day or two. Now she don't care to give up the coffee, but not the Cokes. And so the doctor said the other day, because I told her, I said, I think it could be the soda, the Cokes, the pop. And she said, and I think we may never know.
I think we may never either.
So, but she deals with it fine.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you did eat a late lunch, because if that's all you was going to eat, I was going to say, Mama.
Oh, my stomach just kind of full.
The barn's not far, but it's up a tiny hill.
And I'm cold now. I've got colds.
And Mama likes to go down to the barn and nose around and check out the garden.
I've got to get that garden cleaned up down there.
That's what she was doing, surveying. Now her raised beds are full of stuff. Them beans that she's worried about. No worries
I've
now.
got a bed full of beans.
They're beautiful. We'll show you one sunny day. It's ugly out there right now. I mean, it's...
And your little precious sweet thing that don't ever do nothing, she's dug up my potatoes. Yesterday there was one. Today there was two. I'm not going to have no potatoes, and all of what she dug up is little marble potatoes on them, and they're just scattered because she knocks them off and digs them up.
Now, Mama,
Now, Johnny,
I believe there's squirrels out there. And she's
are
probably
they
saved.
leaving dog prints in the bed?
That's her say. She's probably saved every tater we got. If it wasn't for her, you probably wouldn't even have a raised bed out there.
Yeah.
I mean, she may leave a print or two, but that's just her running squirrels off. You don't have those squirrels out here. They took over that one year.
I'm not seeing the squirrels.
Oh, Mama, squirrels are vicious. I got attacked by a squirrel one time in downtown Knoxville.
Well, what was the squirrel attacking you?
That's what I asked it. I was walking on, going to a restaurant. We was going in, and there was a squirrel in a garbage can. And
was she trying to get its food?
no, ma'am. I got within 6 feet of the squirrel, and it jumped out in the middle of the road, middle of my path, and it was in full launch attack mode. And I wasn't expecting it.
How does a squirrel look in launch attack mode?
Vicious. And
a little tiny squirrel.
Mama, it was a huge squirrel. It was huge. And I wasn't expecting it, and it caught me off guard, and I yelped. The tiniest little yelp.
You scared it.
And it did not sound like a 12-year-old girl yelping either. It was a full-on, "Ah!" which attracted the attention of everyone sitting outside of that restaurant.
And I missed all of that.
And as we walked in the restaurant, one of the guys sitting up there, I guess he was worried about me. He said, "Did that squirrel back get you?" To which I looked at him and I said, "I think it has rabies." And I walked on in. So once you've been traumatized by a squirrel, don't you think they won't dig up your taters, because they will. Mama, that is squirrel. That is squirrel out there.
No,
That everything you talked about sounds just like a squirrel.
it's her.
Thank God she's here, because we wouldn't have a tater up there.
We ain't got none left now. She
We'll just-
picks them up and tires them up.
Mama, she's not done it. It's squirrels.
Oh, I'm gonna be on guard looking for
I'm gonna have
stuff.
to get the camera footage out and roll it back and show you.
I may have to have that for proof.
Do you know how to operate the cameras?
I will learn how.
Okay, you learn how, then you'll have proof. Thank God we got Abby, because if it wasn't, we wouldn't have a garden or nothing.
Who did you say she worked for? NASA.
Shh, we're not allowed to talk about that no more. I asked her, and she said, "Don't be saying stuff like that."
No. Top secret. Is she 007 or 0009 or something?
She's double OAB. I'll talk to her about the taters, but I guarantee you, if you'll look closely, there's some squirrel prints out there.
I ain't seen them yet.
It's just untelling what she'd have running loose out there if it wasn't for her. I'll tell you what she did today. She saved the whole family. Are you wanting to go?
No.
What? You don't want me to tell the story?
No, you don't need to.
Why not? Because you were scared?
Yeah.
Mama don't want me to tell you the story, but Abby was a hero. So she yelped out. This is right after I got home
She
today.
seen a squirrel too, didn't she?
Squirrel, nothing. She seen a snake back there. And she yelped out with all her might. I think it scared her to death.
Shame.
And Mom said, "Was that her?" I said, "I don't know what that was." Went out there, and she was brave. She was within 15 feet of us. Hiding behind a tree.
That's shameful.
The snake was like, "What is going on with this dog?" Now, there you are, folks. She's not a snake dog. We did discover that today.
She would have hid behind a little tiny fence post if they had to.
So if we hear her scream out like a squirrel has attacked her, and that was serious, then we'll know that snake is back in the neighborhood, because she evidently don't like black snakes.
Well,
It could have been the same one y'all seen last. Remember when I was out front and the one just comes sailing through the yard like it owned the place? It's probably the same one.
they think they do own the place. And I let them have it too.
Mama scared it. That's why she didn't want to talk about it. She didn't like to talk about it.
I probably dream about this.
It's that time of year, folks. We live in the country. It all country here. Now, I've never seen a poisonous one, but we've had
I have. I told you I've seen a copperhead.
copperhead on the front door.
It was spotted. It
was
wasn't a black
spotted.
snake.
Mama's sure that but no, she played with it for a while and it didn't hurt her.
No, I run from it, close the door.
No, Mama. You fed Maggie a snack. You stood
I
in the
didn't know it was there then.
You didn't know it was there, but he knew you was there, and if it was a copperhead, he would have bit you.
Well, there's glass between me and it.
It could have tucked its head around that door. It was in the wreath on the door. It was a spring wreath.
And there ain't been no more reason.
And there was bird nest in it, and he was up there pillaging. He didn't get to the nest either, but I think the UPS guy came and scared him up in the wreath because there was a package there. Mama went out to get the package. And you know how you open the door and you put your body in the door, and then there was a treat there, and Maggie was there, so Mama stood there, fed the treat, looked at the box, grabbed the door, all those things.
And the door wouldn't shut.
Got the package, turned around with her body, beating that door. I'm sure it was a sight. That snake was probably a seasick snake. Mama comes in the door and the screen door don't close. She don't hear it close. She puts the package in, she turns around, and the snake's body is looped over the door, down into the inside, and over back to the outside. And She slams the front door shut and locks it. Because that snake could have had a key.
I wasn't taking no chances with that snake.
Calls me and says, "Where are you?" Have you ever had your mother call you in a panic voice and go, "Where are you?" It's a little unnerving. I said, "I'm on my way home. What's wrong?" "There's a snake in the front door," she said. I said, "Kill it."
Get it out.
And she said, "It's not in the main front door. It's in the screen door, storm door, and he won't let the door shut." I said, "I'll be there within 3 minutes. Just hang tight." So I come pulling in sideways. You know how you'll do. I grabbed the hoe or stick there out of the garage. I come to run into the front porch.
It was gone.
He's gone. Gone. And no sign. The door was shut. No sign, no word, no snake. I flipped the wreath out in the middle of the patio. No snake. I looked around the house. I went around the house. I went everywhere. No snake. To this day, she swears it was a copperhead.
It was spotted. It wasn't a black snake.
It was a chicken snake.
No, it was a big old.
How big was it, Mama? How long?
It was fat and short. It was a copperhead, I told you.
How long was it, Mama?
It hung over the door and down here.
She told me then it was 6 foot long.
Oh, it wasn't 6 foot.
That's what she told me the day,
Well, it looked like it to me, but it wasn't as long. But it was long enough to.
So if I was the police and I was doing a sketch of this mysterious snake, I would say, "Ma'am, the facts are not adding up. Copperheads around here are not that long. Plus, we've never seen a copperhead here. Plus, copperheads are mean. And if you'd have played with that door and beat that snake to death, like you said you did, it would have grabbed you."
Its tail was on the inside. Its head was on the outside, on the other side of the glass. That's the only thing that saved me, I think.
We don't have wreaths on the door anymore.
No more.
We have hangers. Wooden flat surfaces.
No snake can get in them.
Or birds. But we've got them hangers that she now has switched over to. But then she'll put a wreath on the window right above
I don't go out the window, though.
right above my head where I sit on the bench on the front porch, and there's a wreath right here. That's fine. She don't care a bit.
I sit over in the rocking chair away from it.
I said, "Well, Mama, at least that snake won't crawl you. It's over my head." "Oh, yeah, I hadn't thought of that," she said.
I ain't even put one over there now.
No, she's quit doing that. She's afraid it would bite me, and then she wouldn't know what to do with me. So we've already seen a snake this year. Shh, she don't want to talk about it.
I'll dream about it, I told you.
In the South, this is just a little thing. You'll find people, a lot of ladies, now men, they'll talk about anything. A lot of ladies don't want you to talk about certain things. You don't talk about them. I don't know what they think that is. And there's another theory in the South. I work with a girl who reminds me of this all the time. If you hear a knock and you can't explain it, you never knock because you're knocking back and you're answering. I said, "Well, what if I need to know what's a knocking?" "Don't you knock," she'll say. You know how every once in a while you'll just hear a pump, pump, pump or something? "Don't knock," she'll say.
Give them signals.
It's okay. I won't.
I don't watch snakes on television or nothing. I can't.
And another thing you don't do in the South, and the only reason I say in the South, it could be worldwide. I'm here. I don't know what everybody else is doing. But another thing we don't do in the South, you don't talk about your dreams before breakfast. Unless you want them to come true. But if you do it, you could have bad luck and it won't come true. So you're caught. You're like, if I talk about it, it might come true. But then they say you put bad luck on it and it won't come true. Don't talk about your dreams after you've had breakfast, or it'll come true. Don't talk about them until after you've had breakfast. So sometimes Mama will start telling me, I dreamed the crack. We've not had breakfast. Well, I'll forget it for breakfast, she'll say.
I used to do.
Oh, ain't that just silly? I love it, though. I love all that stuff. Like, people in the South, too, and I know down in Georgia y'all do this, because I've seen it, it's so pretty. We paint our porches blue, the roof. Now, that does two things. It keeps bumblebees and wasps and stuff like that from building. Keeps birds from putting nests under it, let's say. But you know the color of that paint, what the color is called? Can anybody tell me? Sky blue. Mama. Can anybody tell me the color of the paint
that you
paint the ceiling of your porch? And you are.
Robin, bluebird blue.
From Clarksville, hello. Alarm battery. Mama, make John change that.
It's a beeping.
It's not a fire alarm battery. That is a battery that's connected to the burglar alarm. And it's not a fire alarm, it's the motion sensor in that hallway. It still works, but it's starting to tell me it's low. If a black cat crosses me in the road, or if I'm walking, I will put an X on the front.
Yeah.
And you also have to grab your hat, Ava. You might have been leaving that out, but you say, black cat, grab your hat. And you do that even if you ain't wearing a hat. That's another one. Robin blue, Beverly, nope. Hank blue, Judy Tadlock. Judy is exactly right. Haint blue. Haint, like a haunted or a ghost. That's a little name for ghost, is haints. Haint blue, Judy, thank you.
What's it for? To scare them off?
It scares off evil spirits. Robin bird blue, Vicky, that's a good guess, and that may be the very color. But they call it haint blue, just like Judy said. And they think that will keep bad spirits away from your front door.
I'm going to paint mine, see if it keeps snakes away.
You don't have a roof where the snake was.
It's got that vinyl stuff up there.
What's that noise?
My foot.
I thought it was a haint or a snake. Kind of we've been talking about them.
Because you're scared.
Mama said, don't talk about them. Prayers for you, Francis. Francis, I don't know. I didn't see yours, but we'll go back and look it up. And we'll send prayers, Francis. Pray for me. Prayers for all the folks. Okay, let's go. Sheila says, okay, whatever. Sheila, that's kind of what I say. Whatever. But it is a traditional thing. And the old houses that are painted blue like that on those wraparound porches, they're gorgeous. You can look it up. You can go to the Google and look it up. But this color is pretty on there. But that's the original intent of it. Now, that's not my doctrine. I'm not saying that, folks. I don't think no paint gonna do nothing. I'm just saying.
It could deter a bird.
It could deter a bird now, or a bumblebee from building a nest on your porch. You're getting spooked, Missy said. No, I just heard this rattle, 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 and I thought, what is she doing? Wow, would you know that? What does that say? Okay, it says, wow, would have known that Hank blue, my whole downstairs or living room is 2 shades of blue. Well, that would be good, Rhonda. Hank blue is a color, you can buy that color and put it on your, they didn't ask for those, therefore, you to love their page and share, Vicky. I don't know what she's asked, but we don't ask for anything, folks. We appreciate you My granny said, if you hear a knock, ask, what in the name of Jesus do you want? Oh, well, that would be good, Patricia.
They might tell you, too.
That would be good. In the name of Jesus, what do you want? We'll go with that. Hello, John and Mama. Snakes on TV and in books. No, live snakes running. Yeah, we're not into that either. Beautiful old porches. I love them, Anita. I love them. Baby blue for porches too, Becky says. How do you see me? Patsy Owens, I sure do. Hey, Joe Brooks. Folks, we're going to go.
Yeah, we've run rabbits over horse tonight.
I know, we've got 2 hot dogs for lunch tomorrow, Mama, and some chili too.
Yeah.
Mama says we're running rabbits. That's what we say when we get off track, way off trail. We're running rabbits, ain't we?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking we may have a storm to come. I'll have to look that up when we get out from here.
But it's been that way off in Alma.
Yeah.
It was real dark earlier out there, like it's just.
I guess spring's the time for them. That's what we get.
Yeah.
All right, Mama. You got anything you want to add?
No.
Nothing?
No.
You want to sing?
No, I don't want to sing. You know I can't sing.
You can sing.
I'm going to have to go put my sweater on. I'm getting cold. My goosebumps.
Angela Britt is praying for Abby, living out with all the vicious squirrels and crazy snakes and goblins. Angela, thank you. Angela, them squirrels are crazy. Now, and if anything's messing with them flower beds or that garden, it's a
It ain't
squirrel.
the squirrels, it's her digging them up. She
Mama.
digs in the yard and everywhere. But she was pitiful with that snake.
She was hiding behind the tree. Mama, have you ever seen Abby in that gardens?
I see her prints. What does Barney do with a makes a mold of the cow print? I'm gonna make a mold.
If it was just any old dog, I might think that, Mama. Because you're talking about Abby, and that is not, she's not going to do that. Now, she probably did make a print or two scaring the squirrels off. I wouldn't be surprised now. Y'all have a good evening. Say good night, Mama.
Good night, Mama. God bless you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful night.
Lord willing, we'll be back tomorrow, and we'll make something good. We got a little plan for a couple of goodies. But we'll see how it works out. We're going to tell you. You'll have to tune in tomorrow. So y'all have a good night. Get a good night's sleep. And you all meet us right back here at this island. Come tomorrow. And we'll see what we can come up with.
Yeah.
Say good night, Mama.
I said good night, Mama.
Well, I wanted to hear it twice without your mouth full.
I didn't have my mouth. Good night, Mama. God bless you. Have a wonderful
Bye, y'all. I'm going to get it talking.